Hello, this is Teacher Zdenek and also Noop. Welcome to another Heroes of the Week, a weekly show about football for all English learners around the world. How are you doing today, Noop?
Hi, hello Zenek, hello everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing great as well. Yeah, it's been a tough week, but I'm fine. I'm fresh. Looking forward to the show. It just felt
Fantastic.
like a long week for me. I don't know why. We'll
So
see.
on this show, we are going to pick our team, hero, villain, and takeaway of the week. And then finally, I will also go through some vocabulary of the week. So,
Mm.
are you ready to rumble?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go. The first segment, Noop, is called the Team of the Week. Okay, who is your Team of the Week, Noop?
It's with a heavy heart. I have to say it. Inter Milan.
Oh, I thought you're gonna say Barcelona because you guys have
I
beaten
wouldn't say that with
Real
a heavy
Madrid in
heart.
El Clasico.
Sure, but I wouldn't say that with a heavy heart. And yeah, anyway, they are definitely not my team of the week this time.
Is
But
it because
yeah,
of the
Inter Milan.
Champions League win over Barcelona?
Well, not only that, but also like being consistent, keeping up the momentum in the Serie A as well. But main reason is they beat arguably the best team uh, in Europe, Barcelona. It was an injury time equalizer along with winner, and yeah, they are in the Champions League final. Kudos to them. Also, they have been consistent in Syria, and after Napoli fumbled against Genoa, right now they are just 1 point behind Napoli,
But
and
it's not in their hands then. It's still in Napoli's hands, right?
but still 1 point is it's quite a small margin.
That's true.
If Napoli draws a game, or if things end up with both the teams having same points, they will have an upper hand with the goal difference. But yeah, that's my call. Inter Milan. What about
Nice
you?
one, Noop. Yeah, so I have decided to pick a team from Bundesliga,
Mm.
Borussia Dortmund. They
Mm.
beat Bayer Leverkusen away from home 4-2, which I think is a fantastic result, especially considering that they were not the better team in this game. If you look at the
Really?
stats, it seemed like Bayer Leverkusen had at least twice as many shots, both on and off target,
They
and
scored the
also
first goal, right?
two thirds of possession. Pardon?
And did Bayer Leverkusen score the first goal?
Uh, I don't know. I didn't watch that game that closely, but
Mm.
4-2 is a great result for Dortmund because,
Mm.
as you know, a few months ago they were really struggling, losing one game after another, left, right, and center. And because I have one Achievers Chamber member, which is a group for English learners, if you guys want to have a nice space where you can practice English with me and other like-minded European learners, then why don't you join? You can check out the link in the description. We have one member there from Germany, and he's a big Borussia Dortmund fan. Maybe you remember him. His name is
I
Martin.
do.
He has been
I
on
do.
this channel before as a guest, and he told me all about it. Basically, now it looks like they might just clinch the Champions League spot because it's now in their hand. They can do it as long as they keep winning. But
Wow.
they are really doing well now. Borussia Dortmund. Well, they are somewhere in the fifth place now, or fifth or
They
sixth.
are. They are. They are at
It's
the fifth
just
place.
knocking on the door, as we say. They are knocking on the door.
Good
So
job.
Borussia
Good job.
Dortmund, my team of the week. What about you guys? I can see there are some people watching us live. Do you want to leave a comment and tell us your team of the week? Why not? We can read it out on the show as well.
Wow, I'm
So
really surprised. But we have got some viewers live, and yeah, that means a lot to me.
mm,
And yeah, it's good. It's good.
it means a lot to me too. Let's continue with Hero of the Week. So, Who's it gonna be in
Have you
group?
got any? I would like to hear yours first.
It's not that glamorous. I'm gonna give it to Mbapee for his hat trick against Barcelona. I haven't heard about a player who scored a hat trick recently, so yeah, let's give it to Mbapee. He hasn't been named by me at all in the past, so he is still a good player, right? He used to be a real sort of prospect, one of the players that was thought of as the successor of Messi and Ronaldo, but I don't think he has really lived up to that. Not at all. Like
How old
he
is he
had
now? 26,
one crazy
27?
World Cup. Remember when with France? I think
I
they
mean,
lost
I
the
would say
final. He
two, but sure.
scored a hat trick and they lost the final. Was it against Argentina? I think it was in
Of
Qatar,
course.
right? So it seems like he keeps scoring hat tricks for fun, but it means nothing.
Well, I mean, his name will still be there among one of the greats of the game.
Yeah,
But yeah, well, fair call, fair call.
yeah.
Anyway, getting back to mine, it's a classic answer. It's the manager of Inter Milan, Simone Inzaghi. That's a fair call because if you look at it, Inter Milan, they don't really have a player who can, who can be talked among the greats of Rafinha or Lamine Yamal or
Yeah.
maybe Mbappe or Salah or other potential Ballon d'Or winners. And if you look at it, he has only signed one player in the past two or three transfer windows, and that was a
Who is
goalkeeper,
this?
Jan
Who's this
Zoma.
player? Donnarumma.
No, Jan Zoma. I'm talking about Inter Milan.
Inter Milan. Sorry. Yeah.
So, and that too, a goalkeeper who is almost towards the end of his career. So, anyway, for a manager like him to manage such potentially deadwood or aged team, and to take them to take them this far, competing for a potential treble, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
No, not treble. Sorry, a good double, Serie A
No,
plus
Champions
UCL
League
final.
and Serie A basically, and
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
now in the Champions League
Anyway,
final. He will be facing obviously PSG, who unfortunately beat our club Arsenal. And I mentioned Donnarumma. That player plays for PSG, right? It's a PSG goalkeeper. Yeah, he's
anyway,
an
so my
Italian
point is that for a
keeper.
manager like him who doesn't have much experience, if you look at it before Inter Milan, and yeah, anyway, I just have a huge respect for him. I really admire the way he plays and the way
Yeah.
he's not that much in the spotlights among the greatest, among some of the noisiest managers, including
Hmm.
Arsenal's Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, he is a
But
bit
yeah,
noisy, isn't he? A
he
lot of
is.
people hate
But
him for that.
well, I guess it's a Spanish thing. But anyway, I just admire Simone Inzaghi. What a manager!
Yeah. Yeah. Also, what a microphone I have today, I have to say. As you can see, I have managed to freeze, even though it's about 30 degrees here and high level of humidity here in Vietnam, where I'm living. So
Oh,
I
it must
still
be the
managed to
webcam
freeze.
then, not the microphone.
What did I say? I said
You said
the
microphone.
webcam.
Your voice is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, my brain is frozen too. It affects my brain too. So I guess you guys will have to do with this face. With the,
Well, it's
at
a
least I'm kind
thumbnail,
of
a
smiling
nice
there.
thumbnail.
Usually when it freezes in the at that worst moment you can imagine, and you're making some ugly face. But this time, actually, I'm kind of smiling at least. So, I
Well, how
people
about
have
now?
to
You can maybe
do.
perhaps you can have a different look now. You can like change your clothes, come back with a different shirt, maybe some
Yeah,
glasses
but
on.
you know what would happen as I'm changing my clothes in front of the camera, thinking that the camera is not turned on. Suddenly, it would switch itself on, and everybody would see me half naked. And I'm not sure I want to, like I go to the gym. Let's be honest, but I'm not that ripped. Not as well as some players, football players that we talk about here on this show. So anyway, moving on. This was not relevant to the show. So our next segment is villain of the week, and
Hmm.
yes, let's do it. Group, go first.
It's got to be William Saliba. the Rolls Royce of Arsenal. Uh, he has just been really poor ever since Gabriel has been injured, and he hasn't been taking his role very well. And you could see it with the results: Bournemouth, PSG, and yesterday Liverpool.
Yeah.
He has caused many errors. He's unable to man mark well, and yeah, we just lost the game mainly because of those silly goals that we conceded.
Saliba, the Rolls Royce.
Mm.
Yeah, what can you do? What can you do? But he's just part of the problem. Like there, it's just Gabriel is injured, so maybe he works well with the partnership with him, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, it's just it all just we have kind of bottled it. Let's be honest. Yeah, the other teams were better than us and more
Mhm.
consistent, and this seems to be a recurring theme as well. And I don't know if there is a problem with sort of following the good season up, because we have been in the last few years playing well, Arsenal, right? But then
We have, but again,
that's not, it's we need more than that. It's good,
mm,
not enough. Right, my villain of the week will be none other than the Nottingham Forest owner. And I don't know if you heard about this, Noop.
I saw the clip. If you know, if
Yeah,
you were talking about that,
but the Nottingham Forest owner, his name is Marinakis. He basically stormed on the pitch after the 2-2 draw against
yeah,
Leicester. He was really upset because I think Nottingham Forest were winning in this game and they were in the Champions League position, right, at the time. But
mm,
then I think Leicester managed to equalize, and this owner, he, let's say he's not the slimmest guy, yeah, and he went on the pitch in an angry way in his tracksuit and a shirt that looked like, I don't know, like his worst shirt ever, like such a not really stylish guy. And he
well,
just,
definitely not someone who's a billionaire.
so yeah, not something he would associate with a billionaire. And he was so angry with the manager, Espirito Santo, who has been doing such a great job at the club. Later,
Phenomenal,
like
phenomenal
it was
job.
just such a bad look, yeah. But later, he made a statement that it was over Avoni, over that player. And there was something to do with him, um, something to do with him being injured and the medical staff making a wrong decision to play him or something like that. I don't know exactly, but basically he later clarified it, and even Espirito Santo, uh, he kind of defended him as well. But the point is, like, you are the owner, like you should set the example. You shouldn't behave like that. It's just embarrassing, right?
Yeah, it was really embarrassing.
I'm
you're a
here. Back.
billionaire. I've met
Look, I'm
many
back
high-profile players, people. You're back. You're back.
for
Uh,
now.
anyway, so
Yeah.
like for a billionaire like him, he has met many high-profile people, high-profile football owners, football club owners, and yet for him to behave like this, it's embarrassing. Yeah,
Yeah. Correct. I agree. So that was my
yeah.
villain
Shall
of the
we?
week. Hmm.
Mm.
So takeaway of the week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it. Okay, kick us off, Noop. Or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, let me just announce the takeaway of the week. It's been a
All
while.
right.
I've been processing this for a week, but yeah, it's been a tough week for me. Barcelona lost at the injury time. Arsenal were
Mm.
outclassed, and then they haven't won they haven't won more than 3 games in the past 11 or 12 Premier League games, and on the other hand, you see teams like United, Tottenham reaching European final while they are 15th or 17th. You see Chelsea reaching Conference League final.
Conference.
I mean, oh,
What a strange year
well,
this has
it's
been.
it's yeah. I mean, such weird teams reaching, or weird rivals who are arguably at the bottom of their form. Like, in this
Yeah.
century for them to potentially end up with a trophy or being a finalist, whereas us having one of our better seasons ending up trophyless. I mean, what a time, what a time to be alive. It just makes, I think it's a good life lesson as well. Like, it's not about fairness, it's not about cheating, or it's not about what you do with the process. At the end of the day, you have to show the results.
Hmm. Okay, that's a fair point. And you mentioned Tottenham there, and that it would be my takeaway of the week. I did talk about them last time, and I have to talk about them again because now they have broken a record. So they played a home game against Crystal Palace and they lost it 2-0. Antonin Kinski, the Czech goalkeeper, was
Hmm.
in the goal, and he was the best player apparently, and he made a excellent
Wow.
performance. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, and that defeat meant that now Tottenham equaled a 112-year-old record of losing 20 times in a single season. So that happened.
Mate, I mean,
Yeah. And
yeah, so
then
sorry, what I wanted to say was, like, on paper it might look like one of the best or one of the most exciting European Europa League final, but
yeah.
I think if you look at the present status or the present performance, it's arguably the worst European Europa League final. Arguably the worst. Like,
So
I
so
don't
just to
think I
put
have
this
ever seen worse teams than these.
into perspective. So we have got the Premier League table, guys. Yeah, there are 20 teams in the Premier League. We have got already relegated teams. That would be Southampton, bottom of the league. Then we have Leicester City and Ipswich Town. So these teams, no chance for them. And guess who is right above them, right next to the relegation zone? That would be Tottenham, ladies and gentlemen. So we are talking about 17th position. And then in the 16th position is Manchester United because they lost their game against West Ham United at home. West Ham United had lost 6 games in a row, or hadn't won 6 games in a row, or something like that. Tomáš Souček scoring another goal with a back heel, his 9th goal of the season, and United with empty hands again. So, what is going on?
Yeah, football. I mean, in the spirit of the game or something. I mean, this is literally like one of the darkest days of football, English football, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's what does. Football does wonders. Unexpected teams
yeah,
end up something. That's what that's
yeah.
what the that's what that's the best part of the game. Like, even if you have the worst season, worst team, you end up winning some silverware.
Yeah, yeah, that's right, man. That's right. I don't know
And
what
that
to
applies
say.
for many people as well. Like, it's quite philosophical. If you look at people as well, like, you have many people who struggle, who do so much work, but at the end they lose the
Their money,
like
or
they
it doesn't.
like they
It's
might
tiny
have won the
margins
war,
sometimes,
but they might have won the war, but they lose the battle.
right? Isn't it the other way
And
around? You might have won the battle but lost the war, or
could
is it?
be could be in this case,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter. Basically, our point, we are trying to be very philosophical here on on the Heroes of the Week show, and that's what you are getting from us sometimes. So that's my takeaway of the week, and also we have heard Noop's takeaway of the week already, right? So all that remains to do now is the vocabulary of the week, which is
Mm.
the last segment of this show. Noop, when I was talking about Borussia Dortmund,
Mm.
I said that they might clinch the Champions League spot. So it's an
Mm.
interesting verb, to clinch something. And I believe it has more meanings, but one of the meanings that we use, or one of the meanings that we use in football is to secure, to secure a spot, or to secure a victory or something very tightly, just about to get it, like on the verge of not getting it, but just about, you do it. Yeah,
Hmm.
that would be to
Clinch.
clinch
That's a good word.
something. Yeah. Pardon?
Oh, that's a good word. That's a good word that you
Yeah,
used in the context.
yeah. In football, yeah, it works. Okay, so I don't know if there's anything else to add, Noop, but it seems like
Let's just
there's
go with
more.
our usual message, and that is to always support us, guys. Please, we usually every week on Mondays at around 6:30 p.m. Central Eastern Time, we are over here and we talk about football. And yeah, it's a nice interactive session for 30-35
Yeah.
minutes, and we
And
expect you guys to be alive, to be live, not alive but live, and yeah, perhaps show us some support by 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 writing something, maybe share it with your colleagues. Might as well enjoy a cup of coffee or some snacks while watching the
yeah,
show.
guys, we support, we sort of appreciate every single like as well, because let's be honest, it's a small show, right? It's not, we're not a massive show. It's just for a few people who like to listen to it, who like to watch it. And I think, I don't know how about you, Noop, but for me, the only way I can keep this going, or the only sort of main motivation for me, is that this is my chance to catch up with you and talk about football. Yeah, and also we kill two birds with one stone. Hopefully, there are more people who join this ride. Yeah,
Yeah, well, I feel the same as well, and yeah, I would love to see many more people, many more new faces,
like
and
million
many more new
subscribers.
ideas. And yeah, if you guys are interested, if you guys have decent, if your English proficiency is approved by Teachers Denek, then why not? You guys could be one of our guests as
Yeah,
well. We could
we
be
are still
talking
recruiting
live.
on this YouTube channel. We are recruiting some people like us, possibly, who could, uh, sort of share their wisdom about football, and you know, we are open to any suggestions. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Noop. Thank you, our dear, lovely viewers, and we will speak to you soon, hopefully.
See you, man. Take
Cheers.
care.
Bye bye. Take care.